Grand Rising. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Everything good. I'll tell you, it's evening for me right now because, it's later in the evening and I'm feeling actually kind of sleepy, but I want to get this video out to you. This is my vegan journey part 2. Okay. So, I think I ended with the fact that there are testimonies. There are many testimonies on YouTube of people going vegan and the cures that they've encountered, the differences that they've had in their lives. And so I'm no different. In my book, I tell about everything that has changed in my life, and I'll try to share a little bit more with you here about that. So when I was younger and at home eating my mom's food, I really did not like green vegetables. I didn't like it, and I don't know if it's because of the way it was prepared. Well, it was obviously the way it was prepared. You know how you do when you do that soul food, you throw some meat in there to season it and all this stuff. Well, I don't know if it was the meat, but I didn't like it. And of course, if I didn't like it, I didn't have to eat it, but I wasn't getting anything else. So that became an issue for me. So I knew, after all my research and everything, I knew that I needed to consume this stuff. Yeah. So what I would do was try it every now and then. I just try it, someone else prepared it, or I'll try it raw or broiled or boiled or roasted, or I just kept trying it, and then different seasons, different herbs and things like that. And so until it got to a point where I became creative when I tried to make it, and so I could consume it. At that point I could consume it. So there, like I said, there's a lot of testimonies and everything, and there are cures, reversing diabetes, cancer, all kinds of ailments, that veganism does for you. And so I decided in my journey that it was time for me to take my life into my own hands. Yeah, because we have been guided by others that are telling us what we should consume and how much to consume and where we should consume it and how we should consume it and everything. And I realized that no one cares more about me than me. And if I'm willing to go the length, the time, the study, the research to find out what I should be consuming, then I should only depend on me. Yeah. Now, I am not a doctor, I am not a scientist or anything like that, but I try to find reputable people and information that will help me. Yeah. So what I found was that this thing that we consume called soul food, was actually slave food, and the sad thing is that we continue to consume it. It was not meant well for us to eat this slave food. And one of the men that I follow talks about this more in detail. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. If this is the first time you heard it, then hopefully it'll make you go, there's more to that. And if it's not the first time you've heard it, maybe it's a confirmation for you, or hopefully it'll get you to go ahead and look into it and see see more information about it. So, the thing is that we were intended to consume vegetables and things like that. Things that provide us with nutrients, vitamins, energy, healthy immune system. All of those things are what we are supposed to be gaining from our foods. And so if you want more solid, factual information about it, there's two guys that I follow, and they have testaments of their own. It's Dr. Milton Mills and Dr. Bobby Price. You can find both of them on YouTube. Like me, they knew that there had to be something that would change the direction in which we're going, like sheep, just following each other, and we're not doing well by following each other like that, as far as genetics and our family and stuff. Just because mom ate it or grandma ate it doesn't mean that it should be eaten. Yeah, so we have to be responsible for ourselves at some point. So yeah, these two guys are medical doctors. They give you a technical and a biological, scientific information about becoming vegan. And both of them recovered from illnesses that they had. Theirs was a little different. They had illnesses before they became vegan, and they did research and everything. And being medical doctors, they had better access to the information they needed. And so they will give you a lot of statistics and things like that, information about being vegan. And yeah, so you might want to follow those guys. For many people, and this is to the people that are not vegan, thinking about it or just curious, it's not easy to just switch off that your style, eating habit. It's not easy. I know. A lot of people tell me that, and I believe it. I believe it's not. But just take your time and just shed off things as they come. As you learn, then shed. Wisdom is to act on the things that you know. So as you learn about the things that need to change, that's when you change it. Because I'm pretty sure that you're not going to be able to just all of a sudden do everything right as a vegan, because we don't know everything as a vegan. Daily, I am finding out, oh, okay, so I shouldn't be eating this. Okay, so I won't eat that, but what should I eat to replace it? And so I find the replacement. So yeah, I have not found just a little or big letter or anything that says this is exactly what you eat. This is because it changes. We find out that some things aren't as healthy for us as we thought they were, which is why people have gone vegan. So take your time, and slowly and gradually just take things off your plate and take them out of your fridge. Sorry, for the drink. So yeah, so about me, I've never had high blood pressure. I've never had diabetes. I've never had cancer. I've never had any of those things. I guess can say that I really didn't too much consume soul food. I did consume meat, but the soul food of throwing all the meats inside of your vegetables to season it and stuff like that, because I got up from to the table and was told I couldn't eat. So, but I will tell you that during my first 2 months of being vegan, I lost over 20 pounds without even trying, because of course the food consumption was different. My skin cleared up. Yeah, I got more of an even tone and a smooth tone to my skin. And I did not need to consume medication anymore because I wasn't getting sick. Yes, since then I have gotten sick. And what I have found here in the Gambia is that trying to stay well here in the Gambia, I must cover my head when I go outside. I used to not cover my head, and of course, when I was getting sick, I had hair. I had locks, which were longer, and that covered my head, but that was not enough. I learned that I needed to cover my head, so I had to go out with head wraps or something like that, a cap or something. And so now I go out with a cap looking like a little boy, or I'll wrap my hair. But after I started putting caps on my head, no more sickness, no more illness at all. So of course the environment may have something to do with some of the illnesses. Like, I'm really surprised that I do not experience any allergies here. In Florida, I did because of all the pollen and stuff. And even then, I did not take medication. I just made sure I drank some hot ginger tea every day, and that would take care of it. So while there is a choice, that can be made. You can consume what you want to because you want to, and visit the doctor often and get medication and all of those things, or you could eat healthier and just use some herbs and teas and things like that to cure your allergies or sinuses or what have you. Of course, it's your choice. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That was part 2 of me sharing with you. I will skim over, in my part 3, I will just kind of skim over some of the things that I have in my book about me becoming vegan. I'll try to skim over it. I know there's stories that I just want to tell you about my journey in doing that. But hopefully soon enough I'll have my book out, and hopefully you'll go over to Dr. Milton Mills, and you'll go over to Bobby's their YouTube channel, and get some really good information. They're amazing people to follow, and Bobby has